I'm very excited for your next performer. This guy runs an amazing show in New Hampshire. He's been doing comedy about almost as long as I have. I see him around town everywhere, and he's a slayer. You guys are going to love him to death. Please welcome right now Tyler Morrow.
Hey there. I just moved in with my girlfriend recently. That's what's going on in my life. It's been quite like a learning process. That's when that happens, it kind of like she's learned that these are the only pair of jeans I own. This is it. And I learned that she has night terrors. So we're learning. I was with her for 2 years before we ever moved in together. Slept next to her a bunch of times. Never a peep, never a scream. And then that first night together, we're sleeping. In the middle of the night, she just yells out full volume, "Satan is here!" And then goes right back to sleep, just unconscious, like an angel. Like an angel. I just wake up. You look over. She's asleep. Satan is here. I look out in the dark. Like, is this it? Is this how it happens? He just shows up, and so like it's weird because I figured it was her, but we just moved in. I don't want to wake her up on that first night together, 4 a.m. I'm like, hey, did you say Satan's here? Was that you? Because I'm worried she's gonna be like, yes, I did. And you're like, oh no. What have I done? How long's this lease? Not really done for. But now that we're together, it's that next step's coming, which is the ring. I've been a lot of talk about the ring, which worries me. It scares me. I have a lot of friends who have gotten married. That's kind of where the story comes from. It's just because I've had to go to all these awful like bachelor parties. Like they used to be like good, I guess, like one lifetime ago. Like a bunch of guys had a great time and they all went and got drunk. Like not anymore. Like I had to go to a Jack and Jill last year. Yeah, and those who don't know, it's when you take a bachelor party, a bachelorette party, you put them together and ruin them both. Like everyone's just scared to have fun. Like, can we do this? Like, the worst one I went to was in Missouri. I had to fly to Missouri on Halloween weekend for a costume bachelor party. Yeah. All the guys gonna get in their costumes and go out, have a good time. I lose my Halloween weekend for this too. So I got like an email about it, right? I get an email, so like I look at the email and I'm so mad. I'm like, I'm not even gonna read this email ever. I'm like, I just like push it from my life. I'm like, this is the worst thing. I kept pushing it off, and then like a couple days before I flew out there, I was like, just give in, just buy. You're gonna be like the total a-hole who doesn't show up and doesn't go along with it. So I go out to the store, and the only thing they had left, it was like 2 days before Halloween. The only thing that fit me as well was a Scooby-Doo costume. So I'm like, I'm going to Missouri as Scooby-Doo. This is my weekend. It's not that bad, but like I fly out there and like I land and the best man picks me up and he's like, all right, so you got your costume and everything? I go, yeah. And this is when I found out there was more to that email that I stopped reading, which is that they had chosen a theme. And so he just looks at me and goes, oh, cool, you got your costume. Which Avenger are you? Scooby? Is Scooby 1? Is he in Iron Man 6? Does he show up for a minute or something? Like, dang. And I go, let's just go get another costume. He goes, it doesn't worry, it won't be a big deal. I'm like, it will be a huge deal. It's going to make no sense. And I'm totally right. Like, we end up going out the next night. It's like Captain America. You got like Thor. And then Scooby friggin' Doo. Just walking out to the bar like we're out to have a good time. Which like it was like cool for a bit because like people are nice in Missouri. They were nice to me at least. People were yelling at me like, "Yo, Scooby, let me buy you a drink, Scooby." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like standing out, so I'm getting stuff. I'm like, this is cool. But standing out can work against you as well because this sad man approached me. He said these sad eyes. He just came up like across the bar to me. You could feel his presence, and I was like, it's weird. And I go, like, what's going on? And he goes, I love Scooby-Doo. I was like, I'm not him. Like, everything here says it, but I don't even know the dude. Like, I have nothing to do with this guy. Like, I don't like this. And he's weird, awkward. He's like, I know. He's like, but would you do acid with me? I was like, no. I'm sorry. Like, I'm dressed as Scooby-Doo. I'm in Missouri. I got a lot going on. Like, I can't do that. And he goes, oh, I just always wanted to do acid with Scooby-Doo. I was like, that'll never happen. So I felt super bad. I was like, this was his shot. He was like, here it is. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to do it. And he like kind of like was like, okay. He just kind of like went away. And I was like, get over it. It's a weird thing, but you're Scooby. Let's have a good time. Let's get into this as a bachelor party. People are giving me free drinks. So I start drinking more and more. I get drunk, super drunk. I get to this point where I'm like, if I have another drink, like, I'm going to pass out. Like, I got to slow down. This is my last one. And like, as I'm thinking that, the sad man comes back into my life with a drink in hand, an open just container. And he goes, hey, Scooby, drink this. And I'm like hammered, peer pressure and all that. So I was just like, Ruby, do. Let's do it, right? And I just drink it. And it tasted weird, right? Tasted funny. I was like, that don't taste like all beer. That tastes weird, right? And I looked at him. I just go, hey, was there acid in that, right? And I don't remember what he said because it was tomorrow, right? Everything just ended there, and I just woke up. I was on a couch in a house I've never been in Missouri. I'm just like, I think Missouri. I was like, wake up. I'm like, what the hell? And I looked down at the ground. My cell phone, my wallet, my keys are there. I'm like, there's a God. Like I have those things. Like I can figure my life out from here. I can figure it out. And I look at my phone's dead. I go, I can solve that problem too. I get up. I run out of the house. I still don't know who lives there. I guess it's the sad man. I mean, it's probably going to come out in therapy at some point. But I don't know for sure. Like, I don't know. So I leave. I start walking down the street. I'm like, I just got to find somewhere to charge this phone. I'm just like, I got to figure my life back out. And as I'm walking down the street, there's this lady walking towards me with her kid. She gave me this dirty look. And I'm like, I look like shit. Like, I've been drinking all night. I think I was on acid. Like, I've had a rough time. And then as she gets closer to me, her daughter just looks up and goes, Mom, look. It's Scooby-Doo. And I forgot. I was like, oh, shit, I'm Scooby. And I don't do impressions. I don't do them. So I'm just like, Ruby, do, kid. Your mom's a good lady. Do good things. Don't do this. Don't do that. I just scurry off because I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm in a bad situation. So I keep walking down the street. I get to a gas station. I'm like, thank God. Right, and I go inside. Guy behind the counter gives me a dirty look as I deserve it. And he goes like, oh. I'm like, oh, I know, Scooby-Doo. I'm having a rough time here. I go, my phone died. I need a charger. You sell chargers? And he goes, yeah, we got it behind the counter. I go, perfect. He goes to grab it, and as he comes back around, he goes, you look like you had a rough Halloween. And I go, yeah, man, I don't even know where I am right now, right? And he goes, oh, you're in Mexico. I was like, what? I was like, oh, because I didn't know there was a Mexico, Missouri. So I'm like, my life's over. I don't know what to do now. I was in such shock. I didn't know what to say. I just literally was like, gracias. I just paid him yes, senor. Thank you. And I pay him. I just go outside. I'm just done for. I'm just walking out the front door. My life's over. I don't know what happens here. What happens next? What's the next step? I go outside the front of the building. There's an outlet. I plug it in, start charging my phone. I get it charged. I call my buddy Dave. I get him on the phone. He goes, dude, where have you been, man? I'm like, I hope you're sitting down, Dave. I'm in Mexico right now. And he lives in Missouri, so he knows exactly where Mexico, Missouri is. He goes, oh, perfect. Where in Mexico? I'm like, the Exxon Mobil? Is that? He goes, perfect. I'll come pick you up. I'm like, you're not understanding the severity of this at all, Dave. I don't own a passport. I think I have to live here now. I think it's over for me. And he explains it to me. I'm an idiot. I'm like, oh, of course, everything. The guy spoke in English. I didn't pay him in pesos or anything, right? I'm a moron. Of course, I could have put two and two together. And so he comes, he picks me up. I get in the car and he looks at me. He goes, dude, you still wearing that Scooby costume? I'm like, yeah, sure. freaking idea. We're going to go out. Halloween, big Saturday night, all the guys. Saturday. He goes, yeah, but it's Tuesday now. I was like, what? It's Tuesday? I'm like, how long have I been on acid for? And it made perfect sense in that moment where I was like, that's why I'm getting all these dirty looks, man. Because you're Scooby-Doo the day after Halloween. People are like, good for you, man. Like 2-3 days later. It was like, this guy's not made for this world, man. This guy's going to die. And I was just like, all right, so do we got to talk to the police or something? There's got to be a police report out. He goes, no, man, we thought you went home. I'm like, you thought I went back to Boston? Like the ultimate Irish goodbye. I just got on a plane and just flew away. I'm like, see you later. And that's why I'm scared to get engaged and married. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it.